This video is all about a new turntable from JBL aimed at people just getting into vinyl for the first time. Now it's called the Spinner, and it sure has a lot to offer for someone just starting out. Let's take a look. JBL has been around for decades, producing speakers both professionals and home audio enthusiasts love. One of their biggest projects ever was putting together the Grateful Dead's Wall of Sound, which rocked many a concert stage. Now, they have branched out into all things audio related, including headphones, portable speakers, electronics, and now with the Spinner, turntables. JBL has some of the best engineers in the industry, and when they do something, they do it right. We first saw the Spinner at Audio Advice Live in August of 2023, and we could not wait to get our hands on one to test it out. Now, if you were around in the 70s and you were into audio, you might remember the classic JBL L100 speakers, which went on to become a legend. Now, they were so popular, JBL brought them back as part of their classic series a few years back. Now, the most famous color their unique grills came in was the JBL Orange. Now, the Spinner pays homage to the legendary orange color with the JBL logo, and in an even cooler look, both the platter and anti-skate knob are also JBL Orange too. Now, if you prefer something a little more subdued for your space, there's also an option to have the JBL logo, platter, and anti-skate knob in a muted gold tone as well. Alright, so normally when we go over a turntable, we start from the bottom and work our way up. So let's get started here. The Spinner has really nice feet that will help absorb external vibrations. And they're actually pretty cushy as they move quite a bit when you press down on the plinth. And they get bonus points for being adjustable, so you can get things perfectly level here. Now, the main platter bearing is captive, but does have a tapered brass spindle to lock the platter in well. The aluminum platter itself is about what you would expect for a table like this, but it's pretty lightweight with no damping. However, adding the nice felt mat damps it out pretty well here. We were also really impressed to see that the motor mount is double isolated from the plinth. It sits in its own cutout, and then on the separate section of the motor mount itself uses large rubber isolators to further reduce noise. Plus, the belt drive system itself adds some isolation too. Let's move over to the tone arm. When we first looked at the J-shaped tone arm, we thought it might have some cheap bearings with some chatter, but this isn't really the case at all. It is very friction-free with no perceptible chatter. And unlike some less expensive tables where things are not always perfectly aligned, the head shell is actually parallel to the record surface. And even though it's removable, it locks in nice and tight. Now, we were also a little bit worried about the auto start mechanism, that it might add some noise to it. However, listening closely to a blank groove test record revealed that it didn't, as it was super quiet. Alright, so unlike some other tables that you might find where the counterweight and or the anti-skate is fixed, this one is actually fully adjustable. So should you want to add a better cartridge later on, you would be able to do that. Now, doing this adjustment and getting it set up for the first time might be the only part that could give a turntable newbie a little bit of a hard time, but have no worries. When you purchase your JBL Spinner from Audio Advice, we will send you our setup guide to get you up and running quickly. The cartridge is marked as Audio-Technica, and it looks like the same one used in a lot of other brands. Now, Audio-Technica is known for making great entry-level cartridges, and we were happy to see it as the choice here. The front panel has a 33 and 45 button you simply press to select the speed. The Spinner will start spinning, no pun intended, when you move the arm over the record. Now it stops when you bring it back. So all of that looks like a pretty typical turntable, right? Well, when you look closely, you'll see a little light behind the platter that opens up a whole other world of possibilities for a lot of users. Yes, the JBL Spinner comes equipped with Bluetooth, and not just any Bluetooth, it's got the best aptX HD. For many people just getting into the world of better audio, they may already have a pair of Bluetooth headphones or a pair of Bluetooth speakers, so we were really happy to see Bluetooth on this turntable. So when we paired up the Spinner with our Bluetooth headphones for testing, it was just a snap. When we think about all the people out there with Bluetooth speakers who might want to just add a turntable, this is just such a great feature to have on a turntable that is quite good in its own right. And it gives you the advantage of putting the turntable wherever you want it. Now, bear in mind that Bluetooth does turn your analog signal into digital, but if you're just starting out and beginning to build your vinyl collection, we're okay with that. And should you decide to get a bit more serious and you do want a direct connection, the Spinner has you covered there too. It has a pair of analog outs with a built-in phono preamp for those of you with a system that has no phono preamp in it. Or if you have a decent one, you can just simply turn it off. Another feature that is great for people just starting out in vinyl is auto shutoff. Yes, you can just press a button on the back to engage this, and when it's on, the motor will shut off at the end and your cartridge will not sit there grinding into the paper if you forget to shut things down. JBL really has thought about everything for the person getting into vinyl with this great new Spinner turntable. Now, if you've watched our videos before, you probably know that here at Audio Advice, we are really into turntables and we can be a bit critical at times. So how did this Spinner actually sound? Well, it was far better than we expected given its price and nice feature set. Now, is it as good as some more expensive manual turntables with no Bluetooth? No, it's not. But it's close and surprisingly good to our ears. It tracks well and seems to be as resistant to acoustic feedback as anything near or even above its price. The belt drive system is well implemented as there's a decent sense of rhythm, although not to the level of some British turntables that sell for a lot more. But for the price, that's okay. It's really a phenomenal starter turntable. And we have to say, wandering around our house jamming out to vinyl on our Bluetooth headphones was just super cool. Now, if you have the itch to start collecting vinyl and are like a lot of people with a pair of Bluetooth speakers or a basic system with no phono preamp, we cannot think of a better, more simpler way to get started than the JBL Spinner. Plus, it just looks as cool as all get out to us. Now, if you have more questions about this turntable or anything vinyl related, you have to check out audioadvice.com and more specifically our turntable buyer's guide page. There you'll find everything you need to know if you're just getting started into the world of vinyl. I'll link that in the description below. Plus, when you purchase from Audio Advice, our team of experts will provide lifetime support. You'll also get free shipping and a price guarantee. And be sure to check out our turntables playlist on YouTube where we review many other turntable options if you're looking for something in a different price range. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, please support us by giving it a like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any of our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.